Two teams are ready to go head-to-head in a match brimming with excitement. It's a showdown you don't want to miss. We're down by the mouth of the Mersey today at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. I'm your commentator, Guy Mowbray, delighted to be in the company of Stuart Robson. And it's a game from the Premier League on the way. It's Everton versus Arsenal.
Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual play.
Welcome back to Armchair Armory, and it's been a couple of fixtures since I last did a preview, but here I am. This is a big one after the quite poor performance against Wolves. Yes, we did win the game thanks to 2 own goals by Wolves. All goals on the night were scored by the opponent in this case. And the fact that we're still at this moment in time 2 points clear at the top of the league, I think by the time we play on Saturday night, which I'll come to in a minute, Man City will probably be top of the league. I don't know who they're playing. I'll check that in a minute. But yeah, this is a big game. Everton at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Our first game at Everton's new stadium. Our first standoff with Everton. I'm sort of in the middle with all of this, because I'm sort of like, I think the performance against Wolves was poor, but we won the game. I think some of the reaction from the Wolves game has been a bit mental, but I sort of, at the same time, I understand it, because there's a little bit of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, around the amount of times of how close we've got to some sort of silverware or some sort of, success, tangible success, let's say. And Man City have been there to take advantage of when we've slipped up. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say that if we drop points this weekend, it's going to be considered a slip up, because if you look at the last, I'd say 4 Premier League fixtures, apart from maybe Brentford, we've won 1 in 4, I believe. So drew to Sunderland, beat Brentford, drew with Chelsea, lost to Villa. In 5, we've drawn 2, lost 1, won 2. So it's been very sort of like hit and miss. Well, not hit and miss, but it's been very average, put it that way. The performances have definitely dipped since before that Bayern Munich game. You can definitely tell that, like, these defensive injuries that we're having, particularly with Gabriel Magalhaes, you can definitely tell that we're a bit of a step behind at this moment in time. But somehow we're still top of the league, and we've got our quote unquote star striker out of form in Victor Gyökeres. Again, I don't really understand. I said this after the game against Wolves. I don't really understand that how he's all of a sudden become a scapegoat. Well, in a way I do, because obviously we spent a lot of money on him, and he was supposed to be the, as the kids say, the bagsman that was supposed to come in and score goals left, right and centre, and he hasn't really done that yet. I mean, to be fair, as I said in the Wolves reaction, he started off well. He started off, in his first home competitive game, he scored a brace. It's just been since that injury in the Burnley game that he's been sort of non-existent. It's kind of crazy how Gabriel Jesus can come back. I know Gabriel Jesus hasn't officially scored a goal yet, but Gabriel Jesus comes back after a year out, hits the bar in his first 20 minutes on the pitch against Bruges, and then against Wolves, he's the one that puts the pressure on Mascara, the defender for Wolves, to head it into his own net. So I don't know, man. And then we're also hearing today that Havertz has had another injury setback, but at the same time, people are going all Candace Owens and making it out as if it's a conspiracy theory and stuff like that. But we'll just have to wait and see with that sort of thing. But yeah, going back to the game itself, this is a massive, massive, massive game. At this moment in time, it's probably, you could say it's probably one of the biggest games of the season so far. because I think a lot rides on this. If City do win their next game, which I believe is, it's West Ham, which they should win. Yeah, West Ham, I'm assuming it's West Ham away. No, it's West Ham at the Etihad. So, yeah, they probably will win that game. They will be top by the time we play. But by the time we play Everton, they'll be top by a point. So I think we do have to win this game, but I don't really care. Normally, I don't really care about the performance, but I think this time we do need to see a performance as well, because we were so toothless and so lackluster against Wolves that I don't think any Arsenal fan will accept anything less. If we win this game 1-0 and just get through by the skin of our teeth, I think that won't go down well. Because again, I sort of agree with the, Arsenal fans that hate everything we do. I sort of have a little bit of not a soft spot, but I have a little bit of a sentiment for that point of it's not really sustainable to keep playing like that and go on and win the league, because we won't, basically. I think injuries have really hurt us this season, particularly defensively. There's also been rumours that Zubimendi might be out as well, which is also a problem, because Norgard can slip in there, but I'm not really sure if this is the game that we want Norgard to play in. I mean, to be fair, since he's come in, he's barely played. I know he played in central defence the other week in Bruges, but yeah, he's barely played. Everton currently sit in 9th at the moment. Their last 5 fixtures, they've won 3 and lost 2. They've also probably lost. They've lost their best player. Who's gone to the African Cup of Nations. Iliman Ndiaye, he's gone to the African Cup of Nations to play for Senegal. I think they have a couple of injuries as well. I think Dewsbury Hall, who they signed from Chelsea, I think he's out now. Idrissa Gana Gueye, I think, has probably gone to the African Cup of Nations as well. So some of their better players won't be playing. I think Grealish is also out as well, or is a doubt for the game. So we'll see. But again, the thing is with Everton, it's always the fixture, particularly away. I know that we obviously, because they're in a new stadium now, we don't actually have a record at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. But when they were at Goodison, it was always a ground we struggled at. You're thinking of 02-03 when Wayne Rooney burst on the scene and scored that goal, that top bins goal against David Seaman. You're thinking about, I think it was 16-17. It was before Wenger left. Wenger was still the manager then. And we were playing quite well we were playing okay up until that point. We went to Goodison, lost 2-1. I think there was another time in the Arteta era and the Emery era where we lost 1-0 at Goodison. So we've not had the greatest time there. Let's actually have a look and see what the record is so far. The last 5 times we played them. Well, to be fair, 2023, September 2023, we won 1-0. And then April this year, we drew at Goodison Park. And that was that really poor performance, if I remember correctly. It was a really, really bad performance. The really bad one was the one at home that season, the 24-25 one. But yeah, we've not done too badly against them. But yeah, the last season they got 2 points off of us last season. And again, the away fixture, I remember watching that game and being like, what the hell's going on here? But I know in general we were below it last season. Yeah, it's not a place that we've only, if you look at the last, even at the Emirates, apart from March 2023, which I assume would be the 22-23 season, when we won 4-0 at the Emirates. Like, every other game has been close or it's been a draw. So September 2023, we won 1-0 at Everton at Goodison. May 2024, which was obviously that last game of the season where we went down to the last day where City were playing West Ham and we were playing Everton, and we were actually 1-0 down to Everton at half time. And then, you know, last season we drew both games. So it's a team we do struggle against and do have a little bit of a hoodoo with. And as I said, so far since David Moyes has returned there, I feel like that already, their new stadium, that Hill Dickinson Stadium, has become a little bit of a fortress for them. You know, their last result was that 3-0. Well, their last home result was a 3-0 win over Nottingham Forest. I know they lost to Chelsea last time out at Stamford Bridge. But yeah, like, it won't be an easy game, but we need to show some kind of initiative, and we need to show some kind of fight, because as I say, we'll be the ones I'm pretty certain we'll be the ones chasing by the time that game comes around. If we don't, then we're in for a very annoying start to the Christmas period. Who have we got after that? We've got Brighton at home just after Boxing Day. Brighton at home just after Boxing Day. Oh no, so yeah, we've got but the day before Christmas Eve, we've got our quarterfinal in the Carabao Cup at home to Crystal Palace. In the Premier League, we've then got, on the day after Boxing Day, we've got Brighton at home. We've actually got 3 home games in a row, come to think of it. Palace in the Cup, in the League Cup, Brighton at home, Villa at home. Now, both of those games, Villa at home, Brighton at home, Villa at home, are going to be difficult. I'm particularly worried about Villa because obviously Villa beat us 2 weeks ago. And then we've got Bournemouth away, who, as we saw Monday just gone, I know that was at Old Trafford, but they gave Man United a really good game and managed to come out there with a 4-4 draw. And then shortly after that, we've got Liverpool at home. So, yeah, and Liverpool, even though they're kind of all over the place at the moment, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the game where they decide to show up. So it's still going to be a difficult Christmas period. Christmas and early January period. But yeah, we'll see. But we have to win. We have to win. And I don't say that often. I don't normally talk in absolutes with football very often. But we have to win this game. And I'd like to see a performance. I mean, the first and foremost is the win. If there isn't a performance, I'll be annoyed. But I wouldn't necessarily be like, oh, that's it, it's all over. I'd be concerned, but I wouldn't be reactionary. Well, I'm not reactionary anyway, but you know what I mean. I need to see 3 points. Because, yeah, you then enter into the territory of, you know, where all rival fans and all the Arsenal fans that hate everything we do because of Arteta, we go into that territory of, oh yeah, we're bottoming the league again. But anyway, let's see what happens. Right, I'm going to leave it there. I'll be back again after the game on Saturday. Hopefully in a less trepidatious mood than I am now. Right, take care and stay safe.
Remember to like and subscribe, and also follow Dan on social media. All the information is in the description below.
This is a positive-looking move. Odegaard into the middle. And maybe not the best idea to go for the blast. Accuracy sacrificed for power.
Coming off the pitch, number 11, Gabriel Martinelli. Coming onto the pitch, number 19, Leandro Trossard.
Dwight McNeil. Garner. Acres of green grass to roam into. Genuine chance here. Well, not the easiest list of saves, but you'd expect him to probably stop that. Played into the box. It's in, and it might well be the winning goal.
Well, here it is again. It's a well-delivered ball into the box, which makes it a fairly simple finish in the end. It's a really good goal.
Goal for Everton.
So here we go again, and not long left to hang on to this lead. They need to find a way to that late leveller, and this could be it. Has the space to whip it in here. Oh, could be here. Now Saka. Good cross into the middle. Or maybe only a half chance. It's missed by quite a distance.
Yeah, but he was under a lot of pressure there. He certainly won the header.
A sub about to come on. Mikolenko. Onto Grealish. Really nicely played. What can they do with this now? Chance to score! The effort shut out. Corner kick played in. No way through, possession lost. Well, here we go, time for the transition. They've lost it, a promising break fades away. No stopping him there. There's a chance this. Oh, good save. They haven't lost this yet.
Well, that's a really important save, but can they get back into this match? I'm not sure they can.
Well, that brings a close to the match. A frustrating day here for Arsenal, far from at their best, and it's 3 points dropped.
There was very little in it for much of the game. I'm sure they feel they deserve a point at least, and it's obviously disappointing to concede in that manner so late on. But they just have to bounce back now.
Well, he's performed admirably, a really good performance. Managed to put his stamp on the game.
Well, that performance sums him up, really. You're never disappointed with what he gives you. Such a good player.
Remember to like and subscribe, and also follow Dan on social media. All the information is in the description below.